Hello there, and thanks for clicking on this video. As you can see by title, we're gonna talk about She-Hulk and how bad it is because it's really that bad. Like, I don't know what the goal of this show is. I don't know anything. Like, where are the characters? Where's the story? Like, why did they make this show? I mean, it's really bad. I just ended up watching episode 7, like 10 minutes ago, and I've been postponing this for a long time now because I just don't have the time to talk about She-Hulk. I just started law school, so I guess I'm actually pretty qualified to talk about female lawyers. I mean, hopefully. But yeah, let's talk about She-Hulk. Like, let's talk about first what is the reaction to She-Hulk. As you can see here, I have shown you. You probably already know that, but on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like 36% audience score, and that is generous. That is generous. Like the critic score is 87%, and you're all paid for, like, people, come on. Like, yes, I do seem like some people are trying to justify the show and, like, I don't know, talk about how empowering it is, but I, I like, are you brain dead? Like, how can you enjoy this? And I mean, I'm not saying I have problem with that, but like, what is your argument? Like, people are saying this is funny. Yeah, no, this is not funny. Like, there is not one funny joke in this, and it's supposed to be a comedy. And I I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy like how people are trying to justify this show. But I'm just like, why does this exist? I mean, I read somewhere a post this exists to introduce Daredevil, and I'm still waiting for him to appear. That's the only reason why I'm watching She Hulk, to welcome Daredevil again into my universe. But I'm very scared. I'm very, very scared for them to introduce Daredevil in the show, because let's check out what happened in the latest episode of She Hulk. And for this to happen, I'm opening Wikipedia. I'm sorry, like, we have to do with just that. So what happened? I just watched it, so I have to remember, but it's like I don't know what happened. So Jen, she like the first 10 minutes of the She-Hulk show, she was going on dates with this super hot guy. I'm giving you that, he was super hot, but it was just like they were on dates and he was nice, and then he kind of ghosted her, and then she went to a retreat, and then Emil Blonsky and some weirdos were in this retreat where Emil Blonsky is like a coach. And I don't understand why did we have this episode. Like, okay, at the end you see that actually Josh, the guy she dated, he's mean, he's evil, and then I guess he took her blood or something. Wow. Okay. And now he's gonna try and use her, DNA for something bad. Okay, there is some story there, but we are like, there are two more episodes left of the show, and you're just now starting to make some story. Like, what is the purpose of this? Like, if we go back to episode 6, it was Jen going to a wedding and fighting with the awful Titania. I like that character is so insufferable, I just can't. So yeah, it was literally just about Titania. Oh, and there was some backstory. There was a side story about Nikki, about Jen's co-worker. They were working on some case. Okay, and then you have episode 5, where, yeah, again, Titania, whatever, she trademarked the name She-Hulk, and that was the whole episode about them dealing with the trademark. And then you have there's this guy in episode 4, Donny Blaze. like Wong. There are just so many random people in this show. Like Wong doesn't want Donnie Blaze to do magic, and that's like the whole thing. Okay, and then in episode 3, oh my god, I'm gonna come back to episode 3, but yeah, it was basically what happened in episode 3. Oh, it's about Blonsky, the people versus Blonsky. Okay, great. Episode 2, okay, Walters gains public notoriety after defeating Titania, and now she's a lawyer again. And yeah, episode 1 was her trying to be Hulk, and we also got the Hulk, and we got the most ridiculous scene in all of MCU, where you have what was her name? Jen. She was like, you know what? You have not suffered like I have. That's why I can control my anger. That's why you cannot control your anger, because you have not suffered. Like I've been catcalled, and like that makes me so angry. And like basically being a woman is a disaster in our world. And it's like, girl, no. And people are trying to justify like, yeah, well, she can control her anger because she has been dealing with, she has been actually dealing with her anger, unlike Hope, who has been suppressing it. You're stupid. I'm sorry, but this time I'll say something, because this is ridiculous. Like, how can you, like, Hope, he tried to like end his life on multiple occasions, and he's not like, his trauma, his experience is like, doesn't have the same weight because he's a man. Are you like, this show is so bad. And the first episode, I think it was where she was in the toilet, in the bathroom, and apparently this was like one of the most important scenes ever of the MCU, because the bathroom is shown as this sanctuary for women. And I'm like, do you know the biggest enemy of women are actually women? Like, I, it's not like I don't like other fellow women, but it's like most of us are very mean, and we do help each other, but we can also be our biggest enemies. Like, women are not like, oh my god, girl, yes, yes, we stand. No, women are gonna backstab you like every step on the way. And it's all like, it's not a general rule, but I cannot work with women. Like, I can, like, I used to attend this school that was just recently turned into a mixed school. It used to be a only boys school, so we were the first girls to be in the school. So my class would be like 20 boys, and it was just at the last year it was just me and another two girls, that we were like three girls against 20 boys. And these were the most peaceful times I've ever had in my life. It was so good, like no drama, no bitchy looks. It was so good. And then I had to, obviously, I graduated and went on to go to another school. And it was just five boys against 20 girls. And I had the worst time of my life. Like, it was so bad. There were drama and gossip and bitchy looks, and it was just so bad. And it all came from the girls. Like, the boys, they don't care about drama. And I'm like, oh, what female empowerment? I don't get that. Like, yes, women, what is happening and what has been happening for many years in Iran, like, I would say yes, we have to, support them and have the female empowerment like thing going on. But in their case, the women in Iran are really struggling, while we in the West is like, I cannot say, I'm oppressed like this show is. Like, I cannot see myself as the victim, like Jennifer Walters, who is living in what, LA or New York, I don't know, and she's like pretty successful, as everyone are saying around her. Like, wow, Jen, you've been nominated for top female lawyer. Oh my god, like she's pretty successful, right? So she's financially well. Her family is very supportive. She has friends. Like this girl has no fucking problems in her life, and we all carry some trauma and some bad things, of course. But I'm generalizing here. Like they're trying to make Jen be the victim, and it's like, no, you are living in a bubble. You're really living in a bubble where you literally have no problems. Like, look at the girls that are actually brave and doing something in Iran and in India and in so many other countries around the world where we actually do need feminism. And then you have some She-Hulk character, Jennifer Walters, who's complaining about some stupid things where it doesn't not matter about being catcalled. Like girls are I'm just not gonna go any further. And then I want to bring to your attention the last thing I want to talk about in this video. It's very random, but so my favorite scene of all of MCU is the twerking scene that we got. It's iconic, as many people are saying it is. It's not. Yeah, it's iconic for being stupid and cringe and awful. So if you hate this, then She-Hulk just isn't for you, and maybe you just don't get the character. She has been interacting with pop culture since the 80s. This is nothing new and very in character. I don't have problem with her interacting with pop culture. That was like just so random what these people are trying, how these people are trying to defend this scene and this behavior that she's just you know, interacting with pop culture. No, this was degenerating and it was just bad, and it was I couldn't believe my eyes. Like no, I I just don't know what to say about this because it's so bad. And if this is your female empowerment, I don't want to do anything with it. Like I'm a female, and I think that was awful. It wasn't funny. It wasn't empowering. I don't think that putting your ass in the camera is anyway in shape or form empowering. I think it's disgusting. And yeah, I don't like. I got like people were texting me. Well, one person was texting me and saying, I am a grown up man and I love this show. I think this is great. And you, conservative woman, like, you're stupid. And I was like, wow. So I did not answer anything. I was like, okay, cool. But imagine this grown up man has a kid, a girl, and she's gonna be twerking her ass on TV or anywhere for that matter, and he's gonna be clapping. This is what I'm getting from this. Like, I don't think that this is okay. Like no. And then you have people on Twitter saying, "Well, this show is not for you in itself, or for like the bros." And I'm like, I'm not a bro, and I still hate it. Like, wow, okay. This show, like, it has lower ratings than Miss Marvel apparently. So, and Miss Marvel kind of started good. Like I watched the first and the last episode, and it was fine. You know, kids show. It's fine. Like I don't care. At least the main character had some charm to her, and she really fits the role. But I'm sorry, but Tatiana Maslany does not fit the role. She's not likable. She's unsufferable. I mean, the character. I don't know about the actress, but how she's portraying the character, it's not fun. It's not lighthearted. It's not likable. She's not likable. And also the CGI. If you think that this looks good, then you're blind. I don't know what to say to you. Like this is She-Hulk. Wow. Just waiting for Daredevil, and they're gonna probably mess him up. And yeah, but let's see. Maybe they will stick to the right path with Daredevil, but I don't know. We'll see. So do let me know down below. Did you like? Are you enjoying She-Hulk? Why are you enjoying it? If you are, fine. Like maybe you're like really enjoying it, and you're like, oh my god, that's the greatest thing ever, which is also fine. But like, why? Let me know down below, and I'll see you next video. And as always, may the force be with you. P.S. I have not been making videos for such a long time because I moved to a new country. It's basically like the same country I lived in. Like I live in Switzerland right now. I used to live in Germany, but I started law school and I'm living here now. And it has been stressful. I've been living here for 2 weeks now, and I mean it's fine because it's basically like a fancier version of Germany. I'm sorry, Germans, I love you, but like Switzerland, like we know that's the truth. But yeah, it's very very expensive here. It's like wow, I don't know what I'm gonna eat here. It's crazy. But yeah, that's why like I'm gonna go back to it because I really miss talking about these things with you guys. And on some of my videos, you leave so many comments, and I love that. If your comment is mean, I'm just gonna ignore it because I'm not gonna like if you call me names, I'm not gonna reply to that. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, that's why I'm MIA. But I'm back. Hopefully, I am back. I have Cobra Kai to talk about, Andor, which is surprisingly okay. But yeah, that's gonna be my next video, Andor and Cobra Kai as well, because Cobra Kai is freaking awesome and I really love it. So do let me know if you have any wishes, if you've made it so far in this video for next videos. So do let me know down below, and I'll see you next video. As always, may the first be with you.